forward to doing this 10,000 calorie challenge.
You ready for this?
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
The 10,000 calorie challenge.
Not on this channel, you ain't. It's Christina here with
Extra!
Ordinary Athletes, here helping you fit fitness into even the busiest of lives. Be sure to like, subscribe, and check out some of our other playlists as well. And we are thinking of doing a Q&A session by the end of the month. So if you have any questions for us that you'd like us to answer, put them in the comments section and we are going to cover them.
But for today, we're going to cover a few different topics from the perspective of regular people with regular lives who enjoy getting fitness in. We're talking about our xOAers out there. And the topics we want to look at are 10,000 calorie food challenges, bulking and who should do it, as well as addressing some misconceptions we've seen pop up about Stephanie Buttermore's all-in approach to eating.
And we want to tackle these three topics together, not because they're related, but in fact because we've seen a lot of misconceptions online where these three distinct topics are being incorrectly conflated. So let's get into it.
Now, we have seen the online YouTube world explode with 10,000 calorie and other types of food challenges over the last few years. In fact, it's pretty much become common practice that if you want to grow your channel, you should do one of these or more. And a lot of YouTubers have been getting in on this.
I'm gonna try to do the 10,000 calorie challenge in just 24 hours.
We are planning on only eating Kinder Bueno or Kinder for 24 hours.
Really unconventional for breakfast, but I just had to go with nachos for the morning.
I took on a monster pancake challenge in that video.
Now, let's be honest, this is super tempting. I mean, grow your channel by being able to eat whatever you want sounds great. Heck, I don't even want to rule it out for us here at xOA.
What?
Joking. It's okay. It's okay. But this has really started to develop into its own genre online. We've noticed a lot of female YouTubers recently getting tons of views from these kinds of videos. There seems to be a large market online for watching young, cute girls eat as much as they possibly can. We won't go into what the appeal is here, but the point is, it's popular. Some have even dedicated their entire channels just to this concept alone. And the extent to which we seem to want to see people abuse their bodies with food has been growing, as the genre itself has been getting more and more extreme.
The 10,000 calorie challenge.
10,000 calories inside of here.
15,000 calorie.
20,000 calories.
50,000 calories. 60,000 calories in 60 hours. 100,000 calories.
Now granted, 10,000 calories is actually not as much as people might think. Spread a little bit of Nutella and peanut butter on some toast, wash it down with a few glasses of milk, and guzzle some olive oil, and you'd be shocked at how quickly you can actually get to 10,000 calories. But as you just saw from the clips we just showed, 10,000 calories is considered nothing now. These have been getting more and more extreme, the calories have been increasing, and there appears to be no real end in sight to these challenges. But this seemingly never-ending quest to see how much food our bodies can take isn't the only problem here. We actually see two fundamental issues with these types of challenge videos. First, when we see some of our favorite fitness YouTubers doing this, it can really set up unrealistic conceptions for ourselves. These are people who look good, look fit, and are often incredibly ripped and maintain a good body composition despite having days where they eat as much as they want and often a lot of junk food. And it can set up this expectation for ourselves that perhaps we can have days like this where we get to eat whatever we want and somehow it's not going to have any effect on us. Ugh! How did I gain 5 pounds this month?
You've been doing those junk food challenges and those cheat day meals that you see online. What do you expect?
Ripped abs. But this is not realistic for the rest of us. A lot of those fitness YouTubers lead drastically different lives. They work out exceedingly hard, and they have a very carefully monitored relationship with food that a lot of us may not have. And honestly, some of them might not be natty. They might be taking all kinds of things to be able to look like that year round. And so we gotta keep that in mind when we see them doing it, that what they're doing may not apply for the rest of us. The second concern we have is that these videos may promote binge eating. Now, we get that cheat days seem like fun, but honestly, we've never thought that this was a really healthy approach to one's nutrition. Now, we're not saying that you can't eat your favorite food from time to time. What we are saying is that the very concept of a cheat meal or a cheat day sets you up as having an adversarial relationship with your nutrition plan. Instead, your nutrition should be something you genuinely enjoy and are able to make habitual without needing cheat days as an escape from it. And yes, it is possible to eat healthily while still enjoying your food. In fact, we're actually going to be making a video on that topic very soon.
Next, we want to point out that these food challenges should be kept conceptually distinct from the concept of bulking. They're not necessarily the same thing. And one of the more frustrating things we hear about is when people who are new to fitness and to lifting ask when they should start their bulk and when they should start their cut. Often, these people who are new to fitness see their favorite athletes doing these things, and they get taken in by these sexy sounding phases and these cycles of bulking and cutting.
Hey, how's your first day in the gym going?
Oh, it's great. I'm packing on the pounds, I'm bulking up.
Are you working out and eating at the same? This is nuts.
No, don't worry, I'm gonna go on the cut later.
And then what?
Bulk again. Aren't you some sort of personal trainer? Don't you know how to get fit?
But in all honesty, if you're just looking to be healthy and fit and look good and feel good, then you're better off just getting to and maintaining a healthy body weight and keeping that year round. Leave the extreme bulking phases and cuts to the athletes and bodybuilders. It honestly doesn't need to apply to the rest of us. And for those who do want to pack on some weight and muscle, the answer is not going to be extreme bulking phases of eating as much of whatever you want. Instead, while it might sound boring, your best bet for long-term success is a gradual, controlled, systematic approach, where you adjust your calories and train hard, and over time, you see those gains you want. This might amount to just adding an extra 200 to 300 calories per day, and might be as simple as having a little extra rice or an extra sweet potato and some more protein in your day. And yes, that protein is very key. This gradual approach is easier on your body, gives you a more long-term chance at fitness success, and may also help mitigate adding weight that's disproportionately fat. So no, we don't recommend anything like a dirty bulk, as fun as that might sound. It just doesn't set you up for long-term success or for a healthy relationship with food. And we don't recommend guzzling back weight gainers. Again, you have to think of long-term success here, and we believe it's best to avoid constant or drastic weight fluctuations whenever possible.
Now recently, some seemingly have started to conflate the idea of a food or calorie challenge or bulking phase with an approach to eating that Stephanie Buttermore recently started. Now she started the all-in approach, where she provides herself unlimited permission to eat as much as she can until she feels completely full. Now she's not participating in a food challenge, she's not bulking. What she's trying to do here is use this tactic to deal with a problem with eating that she's had. As she herself explains,
I've actually been dealing with extreme hunger probably since I competed back in 2014. It's just that I had no idea what it was called, but now I have a name for it.
Stephanie essentially has a problem with rarely feeling satiated, and this can be a very difficult problem. Can you imagine, no matter how much you're eating, you never feel completely full? And to the extent that this may be genetic or that this may be a repercussion from her earlier competitive days really isn't the point. The main takeaway for our viewers in this case is that this is a tactic that she is trying to use in order to reset her hunger cues and hopefully reach some level of homeostasis. And as she herself points out, there's a huge difference between this and a cheat day or a food challenge.
My all-in approach, which is where I give myself unconditional permission to eat whatever it is that I want when I want, similar to a cheat day, but I focus on eating minimally processed, whole foods. And the foods that I eat during my all-in days are generally like high satiety index foods.
So let's be careful and not confuse all these different things. The all-in is a nutritional approach used by Stephanie to deal with her hunger problem. problems. Now, we also have to acknowledge how incredibly difficult this must be for a young female YouTube fitness star who built her base looking a certain ripped and cut way, saying that now she wants to gain some weight and may compromise that figure.
In the last week, yes, your girl has gained about 10 pounds, which is okay with me.
So she definitely had some guts proclaiming this publicly. And over here at xOA, we want to emphasize what is healthiest for a person and not necessarily putting an emphasis on having the most ripped six-pack. Now, Alan Roberts over at Every Damn Day Fitness made a point which we want to emphasize here. For most women, if they have a ripped six-pack, it's probably not healthy. It will likely require a too low of a body fat percentage. And for women, having a body fat percentage well under 15 coincides with a lot of health risks, such as losing your period, osteoporosis down the road, and general fatigue. You need to prioritize health in your approach to fitness and nutrition. Take me for an example. I don't have the most ripped six-pack. However, when I did get my body fat percentage measured, it ranged from 17 to 18%. And honestly, I do not want to drop more than that. I am happy with my body composition. And so I do incorporate core strength training in my routine, but the focus for me is strength and health. I do not want to compromise my health over getting a ripped, chiseled six-pack. And so we wish Stephanie all the best as she tries this tactic to overcome her hunger problems. And we hope that she can achieve to be the healthiest version of herself.
So there you have it, everyone. Our take on 10,000 calorie food challenges,
On bulking, and on Stephanie Buttermore's all-in approach.
So let us know your thoughts on any of these issues down below and leave us any questions you may want us to answer in our upcoming Q&A video.
And if you liked the video, remember to show your support with a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. It really helps us out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Bye.